Hello, my literacy crew. First of all, thank you so much for your patience. It has been an extremely difficult day because we have lots of bugs we're trying to work out when it comes to all different things. And you know me, I am a face to face person. I've always taught like that. I don't have a lot of things online. I'm just used to giving you copies and talking to you and telling you what to do. And this has been a switch for me. So I've had to do a lot of rearranging, and I had to actually create a Google Classroom place for a lot of my resources, and it's still a work in progress. But I wanted to touch base with you because I know some of you are crawling the walls ready to work today, and I'm amazed because normally I have to light fires under you to get you to work, but today everybody wants to work right now. So anyway, I appreciate your patience. I had social studies up and running. Now I'm turning to literacy. Okay, so I don't know how long this is going to be. You guys know this is a really tough time right now, and everybody's confused and nobody knows what's going on, including the teachers. Trust me, we were just thrusted with this Monday, and it's been nothing but overload with information. So I'm just now trying to get a video out to you and tell you how things are going to run with regard to literacy. Okay, so I created a Google Classroom page because I didn't have one before because I usually just talk with you or I have things on Blackboard. I'm going to use the Google Classroom for possibly giving out some assignments and then collecting assignments. We also have a Blackboard page, which I know you're familiar with, the Lit Spot. You're all in there and added. That will also be a place where I'm going to start putting information and assignments by unit. Right now, I do have the historical fiction tab, is available, and within there's a Blood Red Sun and a lot of resources. A couple of them I did not open yet for you because I wanted to talk to you first. I didn't want you to just all of a sudden look at that and go, "What am I supposed to do?" Because I know half of you would do that. Normally, when we have things like, what I'm going to give you to do, we have to talk about it and explain them. So I'm just going to take a second to do that. So the next step on our slideshow, which I also included in there, is to begin in slide 44, which is today's date. I want you to read the slides that I put in there, read over what you're supposed to do, look at the examples, and then when you're ready, you can download the attachment, which is basically a blank copy of what I just told you you're going to complete. And I want you to complete your own graphic organizer with those thoughts. You'll have to look at the language arts presentation. That's the slideshow that's in there. At the very end, there is a page at the end where you're going to write like a thoughtful log response, and then that's what you're going to take a picture of, and along with your graphic organizer, and upload that to Google Classroom. The graphic organizer, I think I said to upload that to your thoughtful log under strategies. We'll iron that out. For now, just complete it and hang on to it, and I'll tell you where I would like it to go. I want to bring closure to that because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be beginning the process of writing our own historical fiction stories. So I kind of want to bring closure to some of that and to try a few more things, because then that's what you're going to do when you start setting up your story, which we'll definitely start talking about later. I don't want to overwhelm you today. But those two assignments are in there. I will, as soon as this video is done and uploaded, I will go in and release them so that you can take care of that and do that. Things aren't due until Friday. I gave you a couple days for that because I want you to take your time. I want you to really look at the examples and think about what I'm doing with regard to this graphic organizer. And you can email me or you can message me in our Web Express page with any questions you have. I'm going to try to make a lot of my information is going to be on Google Slides. I'm going to try to get everything laid out as much as I can writtenly, because I think it'll be easier when it comes in a long run, than making videos. Making videos is very time consuming. So I'm going to try to have things on the slideshows, Google Slides, all directions, and then the resources, and then you can definitely message me if there's any confusion or problem. The other thing I want to mention is start your day every single day checking with your Web Express, our space page. Probably every day on there, I'm going to tell you where I'd like you to go, whether it's Blackboard for something or BB9. I'm going to start there. I'm going to say good morning. Here's what we're going to work on today. You can find it here. That way, everybody will be in the same place to begin the day. And then don't forget, by the end of every day, you have to log your attendance in on Google Classroom. There's a tab right on the home page for attendance. You need to do that every single day by 3 p.m. Okay, so please make sure you take the time to do that. I know some of you have been helping each other with questions. People are putting on. That's great. I'll be checking it throughout the day, but my office hours, if you saw, are 9 to 11. But today and tomorrow and probably Friday, I'm going to be on there throughout the whole day helping you. So don't worry. I just don't want you to worry. So the main thing we're going to try to wrap up is the blood red sun, and we're going to take care of the next step, which is to complete the graphic organizer and your reflection. The other thing I want you to do is to make sure you have a book to read. Now, I know some of you probably left yours at school. Maybe you brought them home. Maybe you didn't. If you didn't, that's okay. But it's now your responsibility to get your hands on something to read, preferably historical fiction, because that's the genre we're kind of looking at this month. So if you have any trouble, I'll put some resources on our WebEx page too as well. You can find something online. If you can't get anywhere else or don't have anything at home and you just want something online, I'll send you some free sites that you can download some classics or some good stuff. And I'll also recommend a few titles because I know you as a reader and I know what you might like. The other thing I want to mention is the WebEx page. Now, you guys have to remember that is it's a platform for us to communicate and kind of to have all of us in almost like in the classroom at once. That's not a place for social media kinds of things. I know some of you are kind of being silly and going back and forth and bantering and putting funny pictures. You have to remember that is really not what that's for. That's for texting or for Snapchat stuff. But that room is more like I need to be able to communicate with you. And what happens is I'm telling you guys things during the day, and then about 8 or 10 or 12 messages come through. Usually it's just gibberish from a lot of you guys going back and forth. Yo, man, I woke up at 9 o'clock, whatever. That's not the place for that, because then people don't see the messages I put previously, and they have no idea of what they're supposed to do because there's 80 million good morning, hey, yo, like, wow, funny memes or whatever. That's not the place. So you have to make sure it's just school related things that go in there. If you have a question, by all means, throw it in there. If one of you wants to jump on and answer, if I don't get to it, go ahead. But that's really what that's for. At some point down the line, we could try doing a classroom chat, where we're all kind of live and you can see all our little icons. But that is way down the road. Okay, first we have to get a handle on all of this. So right now until like Friday, for sure, you have an assignment with the blood red sun. The directions are in the slideshow, the Google Slides that I shared with you. Start with number 44. The rest of it you can review if you want. It's all what we've already talked about. But 44 starts today until the end of the activity. The other thing is to make sure you have a good historical fiction book to read. I know you probably don't have your little booklets, a lot of you. So we're going to have to go back to Thoughtful Logs, but that's okay because we share those. So anytime you do something in your Thoughtful Log, guess what? I can see it. So that's awesome. We're going to probably be utilizing that a lot more at this point. And other than that, I just want you guys to relax. I love you guys. Be patient with me. This is all stressful for me as well. I have, 3 classes I'm trying to worry about, 2 different subjects, plus just the whole tech piece of it that we're trying to figure out. So please, please, please be patient. And I will try to do videos as often as I can. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to fire things out for you to work on, just so you have something to do and you're keeping up and keeping your mind, with literacy. I'm going to definitely try to figure out how to get some, review games with our word parts. After break, I'm probably going to start a new batch of word study because I don't know when the next time I'll see you is. And so we'll at least do that. I'll get word study in there. I'm also going to do some grammar. I'm going to hook you up with some mini lessons or some activities with grammar tools and stuff and give you a few sheets to practice. I'm just going to do, and then I have mini lessons for characterization coming, conflict. So I just want to bring closure to the blood red sun so that we can kind of start talking about your writing project. In the meantime, for writing, feel free to make any Thoughtful Log entries if you want. Just make copies of blank slides and go ahead and make anything for your historical fiction book. But the one thing we'll wrap up is your, I never got a chance to confer with a lot of you with your argument piece. I'm going to be reading those through. In the meantime, you could go on and just check them and make sure that grammar-wise that, they look great. So I have very little to confer with you and comment on. And then slowly I'll have you, I mean, you can just share those with me with Google, and I'll take care of printing them off from here. So, okay, anyways, you have a great rest of your day. We will be in touch. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Be patient, but I will get back to you, okay? I'm here for you. Just relax, and we're going to make it through this, okay? See you guys.